Chicago Bears are a mystery. I have no idea what to say about the Chicago Bears. They're tough at home. They've won 2 games at home. They've won 2 convincing games at home against fairly good teams, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, the Vikings aren't horrible. They had a bad offense when they played them. They still do have kind of a bad offense, but they beat 2 teams at home. They just lost to Detroit on the road, and they gave up 23 points to Pittsburgh on the road. So I'm thinking they're one of these tough at home, weak on the road. When the going is good, they're good. When shit gets nasty, they're nasty. That is what I'm seeing from the Lions. They don't have a lot of leadership. Also, Trestman, I don't know what to say about Mark Trestman. He's great X's and O's. However, I don't know what he is as a leader. It's hard to say coming from the CFL how that translates to the NFL. But good X and O's guy, like I was talking about before with that high school play. Way to bust it out against an undisciplined defense. Very, very smart. But he's not the leader. Urlacher's gone. The leader is gone from that team. All right? I don't see Matt Forte as a leader. On that defense, you got Peanut Tillman and Lance Briggs, who are both 11-year vets, that are stepped up, that are playing very well, but need to play better to make that defense play better. Those are your leaders on defense. However, the team leader, and I'm going to say this, and I'm sure if you're a Bears fan, you're going to be like, it needs to happen. Cutler needs to be the leader on that team. He plays like a beast. I mean, when he wants to, he's the toughest quarterback in the NFL. He's one of the toughest. I think Tony Romo's probably one of the toughest quarterbacks in the NFL too. However, Cutler plays like he's like 400 pounds and got like a 10-inch cock. I mean, Cutler plays like a beast sometimes. But when the going gets tough for Cutler, he likes to give up. Just like in Detroit. He played bad early. He threw a couple nasty picks, and then all of a sudden you could just see his confidence go down to nothing. You can't have that as a quarterback, and you cannot do that as a leader. As a leader, you must lead by example. You must take responsibility for errors and simply go out and play better. Simply go out and show the team this is what we're going to do. We're going to play. I made a mistake. Okay, it's a long football game. We got a lot of plays to make. It's okay. We're going to win. Not go out there and just make the same mistake over and over and over again because you refuse to admit you made one in the first place. To me, that's Jay Cutler. He's got all the potential in the world to be a good quarterback. He's got a good arm. There's nothing wrong with that kid's arm. He's fucking got a great arm. He's got good receivers. Alshon Jeffrey, boom, another fantasy update. Alshon Jeffrey's looking great. He's got two targets there. Martellus Bennett's a nice tight end. Matt Forte plays well. He's got the targets. He just has to have confidence, not only in himself. I think he loses it in his teammates. So, just stop fucking mind screwing yourself. Stop mind fucking yourself, Jay Cutler. You're a good quarterback. You're tough as nails, bro. Go out there and play football. Just pretend you're in high school again. Just play football. All right, tough at home. Like I said, Jay Cutler's tough at home, but needs to just step up on the road and step up when stuff gets bad. You know, you're not gonna tear it up all the time. Okay, Tillman and Briggs stepping up. They are the leaders on that defense. No surprise there. That defense is not what it used to be. They're kind of more of a shut down the pass first kind of team now, which is going with the trend of the NFL. That's not a big deal. But yeah, I would love to see Tillman and Briggs both go out, get Pro Bowls this season. I mean, Briggs could possibly be a Hall of Famer in my book. Briggs was kind of overshadowed by Urlacher for a long time. This is his opportunity to really step up. So look out for that defense. That defense has kind of got beleaguered in the past couple of weeks. People are saying that defense is weak. I don't think so. They still have 2 very good leaders in Peanut Tillman and Lance Briggs. Fantasy stuff about the Chicago Bears. Like I said, Alshon Jeffrey, go get him. Because you cannot throw to Marshall all day. He's just not going to be open. Alshon Jeffrey blew it up. He got 2 touchdowns last week. This brings me to my next point. Martellus Bennett, who kind of was a fantasy stud for a while, is going to start losing a lot of value for the same reason Kevin Rudolph is going to start losing value. Simply, he's just not going to have as many targets if Alshon Jeffrey keeps playing well. So Martellus Bennett downgraded, Alshon Jeffrey upgraded. Go get him. Another downgrade fantasy-wise for the Bears is Matt Forte. If you look at his numbers, he's only had 20 carries once this season so far, and he had 20. That's it. He had 20 carries against Minnesota and has not topped 20 since then. He has not topped 100 yards yet this season. So even with that big-ass run against the Lions, he didn't stop 100 yards. So, you guys that drafted Matt Forte in the first, second round, I'm sorry, but you better get a backup plan because just don't see Matt Forte doing it. That's all I'm going to say there. And the offense is shifting towards the air. Just like everything else, that offense is starting to go four wide a lot more. You're seeing all sorts of shotgun stuff. I wouldn't. It's not obviously a spread option kind of thing, but that offense is going airborne, and Matt Forte is going to get downgraded because, frankly, he can't stay healthy. That guy gets a fucking fingernail broken, and he's out the game. Not that he's a pussy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean like that. But he's out too much. He's just not reliable injury-wise. So it's a good move by that offense to just simply go airborne. This beer is starting to get warm. I gotta start drinking it and stop talking so fucking much. But yeah, like I was saying about the Lions, talent-wise, I would say the Lions are best suited to win the division right now as to how they're playing. I'll talk about the Packers later, and I'll give you a reason why I don't think the Packers talent-wise are there. And that right now it sounds stupid, but I think Detroit right now, talent-wise, on paper, can win the division. Bears, off paper, just the way they play, leadership-wise is what I'm saying. Possible leaders. Guys that can get it done down the stretch late in the season. Bears could do it if they pull it together. Cutler starts leading that team. Look out. The Bears could do it.